Here's the beast on the leg extension machine.
Beast.
What are we training today?
Legs, that's why we're on the leg extension.
Duh.
We did everything else, so we figured might as well do legs for the day too. Because we do legs, we just don't film them. Because usually by the time Friday comes, I'm already done with legs, and then you're here to film.
Because I'm only your camera person on Fridays.
Yeah, she does a good job with the filming because she's watched all these like bodybuilding workout videos and stuff, so she gets good camera angles and stuff. So yeah, sometimes it's an earthquake. So you gotta warm up the knees really good today because they're not really feeling very good. It's damp here out in DC, like the temperature drops, so everything's starting to kind of ache a little bit.
For those of you in cold climates, cold here is 50 degrees.
Yeah, it's 53, 54. So we use a couple different techniques, a couple different ranges of motion. Right now, we just squeeze up, put some blood in there. Get those knees and quads warmed up.
I like to watch the quad flutter.
It's the feathers, yeah.
It flutters. Aw, your legs flutter.
You guys see it pop the zit over here. I was like,
Gross.
I think the first set we're going to go into is progressively go heavier, but there's a leg extension they don't make anymore. I think Nautilus used to make it. It was just like a flat bench with this piece on it, so you can actually lay back and do leg extensions. Now people go, why would you want to lay back? Is it proper form, like a 90-degree angle? Not necessarily. There's no such thing as proper form. If I put the seat all the way back here, I can actually sit further back. As I pull this up, get my butt off the seat, I can pull from the top of my leg, which is a place that I showed more development this year than in past years. So between doing the leg press, leg extensions this way, develop my quads a little bit different way this year. Whereas people say, oh, you didn't squat, you're not going to develop them, which is not true. So let's get rid of this sweatshirt because it's starting to get warm now. And then we'll get that first set in.
And it's also your favorite song is on again. Miley Cyrus.
What is it?
Miley Cyrus.
People were asking about that. Just the radio station they have on. Most people here wear iPods, and I usually wear one too, but when we're training like this and videotaping, or recording, not videotaping, it's on an iPhone, then I don't wear the earbuds.
And besides, even if he did have an iPod, he'd listen to this song anyway.
It's not true. That's not true.
It's really true.
Switch to a different technique. So each technique gets one set. Not training to failure right now, but this is a good machine to train to failure. Obviously, you're not going to hurt yourself on a leg extension. Well, you're not going to fall off of it or get crushed. You can tear a muscle. But so now we'll switch to a more controlled squeeze movement. With we'll still continue to go heavier. That's about halfway down the stack now, so we'll continue to go heavier. And then we'll finish up with even more squeeze, contract, try to get more blood in there. So we're training light and heavy together, and then we'll move on to the leg press from there.
What's the point of training light and heavy together?
It's that new technique that I'm trying to figure out if it works, and I don't really know. I mean, I do feel like I'm building more muscle in the last, I don't know, month or so after my rebound. Like my weight's up to almost 230 pounds again, but I'm leaner, and I've been doing more of the pump before, and then the heavy sets during. And the idea was, if I took all the nutrients that I needed beforehand, pushed them into the muscle I'm training by pumping it up first, then training heavy, the blood's already there with the nutrients. So I can recover faster, like immediately because the blood's there. Now I'm finding out John Meadows actually trains a lot like this. And there was somebody else. It was Tom Platz who used to train like that. He would pump the hell out of muscle first, and then he would hit it with heavy weights. And then he'd just like do a set of leg extensions for 1,000 reps or some shit like that and pass out. And go to the hospital. Like that's, you're laughing, but that's what he
Tom
used to
Platz
do.
of the tree trunk legs.
Yeah, and I mean, everything on him was thick, but he had his own way of training. So this is, I think, not anything new. I think people probably have stumbled on it before in, other training techniques, and they've stumbled on it before. Hani Ramba does his 7 sets of 7. His FST7. He does
FST7.
7 sets of 7 reps at the end. But now he's doing it at the beginning also with some athletes. So it's like, it's nothing new. It's just something that I'm trying to fit into my own workouts. But my heavy sets are to failure, which a lot of the other guys, they're not. So that would be the only difference, I think, from what everybody else is doing. All right, now this set, we're going to concentrate, instead of leaning back, leaning forward, which lets the leg pull in a different way. Okay, now as I squeeze up, I can actually feel the contraction through the outer sweep, like cramp up, whereas opposed to when I'm laying back, I feel it pull through here, through the upper quads. Do I know if it's building muscles per se in those areas? No, but the muscle is contracting in a different way. So you're putting as much stress as you can get on the muscles from whichever way that you're getting it. So. All right, so now we're about almost the whole stack now. That one obviously was just about 1 rep shy of failure right there. But it's close enough. Oh, man. Get the final set of leg extensions. Now, anywhere from 3 to 6 sets for you guys, depending on where your volume is, where your intensity is set, how you can recover. This will be my 3rd set. Now I'm done. So, I mean, if you can get it done in 3 sets, do it in 3 sets. If it takes you 10 sets to get it done, high volume, low intensity is what you're doing. So, all right, last one is final pump. Really squeezing. Try to get more blood into those. I mean, they're tight as hell already, to the point where it's hard to even bend my leg. Like the weight pushes my leg, but it's hard to even bend it on its own. Oh, now they burn it real bad. What we're gonna do is continue to cast that burn. Right through here to that teardrop. That's it. It hurts. Oh, man. All right, now we're gonna move on to hamstrings. We're gonna do leg press. I think we need to get the glutes and hams warmed up a little more before we hit the leg press. Plus, when you hit the leg press, you can use less weight to stimulate the muscle because of the fact they're already pretty exhausted. So let's head over to the leg curl. Oh. Alright, we're going to start out with hamstrings with the lying leg curl. Here's a little story time for you guys. I remember seeing Levroni in a picture doing leg curls, and they said he does them like this to isolate his hamstrings better. So when I started training with him on this very machine in this gym, so come over here, get on the machine, I get up here and I said, ready? I do my leg curls like this, off the machine, right? I get up, I said, see Kev? So I paid attention, man. I get better contracting my hamstrings. I read that article in Flex like 20 years ago. And he goes, right? I said, yeah. I said, you contract your hamstrings by pushing up? He goes, I was pushing up, and the photographer got a better shot of my tricep. And that's what the photo was, and they wrote it in there. It has nothing to do with training. So that's when I found out what's in the magazines is not necessarily true or real. Because for 20 years I've been doing hamstring curls, thinking I was isolating it better because of a picture I saw at Flex. So what you really got to just do is lay down, start out a little bit light, and what you're going to do is, I'll be doing full range, mid-range, all kinds of different range in there. But as long as you're feeling those hamstrings contract, not in your lower back, you're good. Get up, squeeze, squeeze. failure, but almost.